Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some more Dominion 6. Last time we did Kiketsu, the last nation we had to look at for Toho, the Toho mod. And probably one of our easiest Toho victories, really. There was barely any encounters, barely any fights, and Dom kill, and it was... yeah. Pretty cracked sacreds. Let's roll up another one. See what we get. 36. Last one on the list. The one I just added today. M.A. Apokatasia. I don't know. You'll see. You'll see. M.A. Apokatasia. Yep, that's what it looks like. So this was, yeah, like I said, just put out today. This is hot, fresh content, although by the time you see it, it'll be very, very old news. During the catastrophic collapse of Urmor into the Ashen Empire, a mountainous Urmorian province was seemingly spared. However, the people were caught in limbo between life and death, not having transformed into the undead, but also no longer being able to be counted among the ranks of the living. The former priests of the prophet shrouded in white were forced to provide an explanation for their condition, and the religion of soteriology was formed. The central tenet is the doctrine of salvation, that all of creation would be restored to its original perfect form. The Apokatastasis. In Apokatasia, as this province of former Armorians would become to be known, the faithful believe their condition is a form of purgatory for their participation in the transgressions of the Armorian Empire, but they would be saved along with all other sinners, demons, and even the undead. Apokatasians, are pale-skinned, need not eat nor rest, and are resistant to many diseases and minor injuries. However, their strong bodies are also in a state of partial rigor mortis, propelled forward only by lightning energy coursing through their bodies. Some historical records note a major storm occurring in this region at the same time as the rise of the Ashen Empire, but it is unknown how the Apokatasians came to their condition. Soteriologist priests decree that their resistance to lightning is to prepare them for transit through celestial toll houses to the afterlife upon their salvation. Their religion is considered a perversion of the faiths of Marignon and Pythium in particular, and their detractors note their superficial resemblance to corpse constructs created by necromancers. The Church of Soteriology rules Apokatasia as an absolute theocracy, and magic is controlled by the clergy, especially necromancy. After much time fighting off Armorian undead legions, the Apokatasians at last see their promise of salvation for all with the awakening god. Okay. So we have half-dead humans trapped between life and death and empowered by lightning. Later, cloud folk allies. Halved impact of death and growth scales. We get resilient infantry with shock and disease resistance, heavy cavalry on ghoulish mounts, ethereal cloud folk allies. Good air and astral magic, medium earth and weak nature. Good death on cap-only mage. Weak access to water later. Strong priests, death limit +1, standard forts. The Apokatasian General, 50 leadership with a gold star, 100 undead. Shock 10, part undead demon, doesn't need to eat. Storm power 1, inspirational 1, storm immunity, disease resist 80, affliction resist 1. Okay. Soteriologist Evangelist, 1 holy. Stealth 40. So you could have them, head into enemy territory and just start breaching. Soteriologist Initiate. 1 air, 1 astral, 10% for air, earth, astral, nature. also sacred. Well, yeah, I mean, big air communions have a lot of fun potential. We haven't really done that in a while. Apokatasian Armorer. 2 earth, 1 nature. 50% chance for air, astral, or nature. They also have Healer 1 and Forge bonus 1, but they do cost 300 gold, which is not too cheap. Soteriologist High Priest. 2 air, 1 astral, 2 holy. Earth, astral, nature. They have Inquisitor, but not stealth. And Soteriologist Bishop, cap only. 2 air, 2 astral, 2 death, 3 holy, air, astral, or death. 550 gold, 4 recruitment points, 19 research. They are level 3 priests, though. Well, so you're looking at 275 gold a turn for 9.5 research a turn. But if we didn't want to do communions, or if we wanted to do skelly spam, these would be what we'd look for. But I am inclined to go with the initiates. It actually would be less research per turn to go with the initiates. But the price is a lot better. 150 a turn. I'm sure we'll transition eventually to the bishops, but yeah, we haven't really done big communions in a while of that stuff, so that could be fun. Apokatasian Slinger. 15 hit points, 10 protection on the body, 12 defense, 11 MR, 10 morale, 10 speed. Skirmishers with Shock 10, Storm Power 1, Storm Immunity, Disease Resist 80, Affliction Resist 1, Quarterstaff, and a Fustibalus. Okay. Range 35, 7 precision, 12 blunt damage. We don't really have any buffs for it other than just precision buffs and range buffs. So it's hard to say. Against a lesser protected nation, yeah, it's pretty nasty. Apokatasian Skirmisher. Pretty similar, but they get a hammer and a crossbow. Range 40, 10 precision, 12 armor piercing every other round. Certainly a lot better against heavier protection. Infantry. 15 hit points, 15 protection on the body, 13 defense with a kite shield, parry 6, 11 MR, 11 morale, 7 speed. They have a flanged mace, 9 attack, 20 blunt damage. That attack does not inspire much confidence. Different infantry, less defense down to 11, but has a Morning Star, 10 attack, 19 damage, plus 2 attack versus shields. It's certainly more appealing. This one ditches the kite shield, goes down to 8 defense, but gets a flail. Length 2, 10 attack, 19 damage, plus 2 attack for a shield, and 2 attacks. If the enemy's not fielding archers, it is a very painful thing. But we also can get Lucernes, the best melee weapon to ever be created. Length 3, 9 attack, 25 damage. If we're going up against giants or something, this is almost certainly what we're taking. I wish the attack was higher, but what are you going to do? Vanguard. They get bumped up to 18 protection, 16 hit points, 11 MR, 12 morale, only 8 defense though, and no shields. But they have a length 2 maul, 10 attack, 26 blunt damage. Yeah, well, they do have that higher protection, which can definitely be a factor. And they have 1 higher attack. They miss out on the length aspect, but yeah, hard to say. Against spears, they will probably take a decent amount of poke. Ekate. Limited to 5 per turn. I think that's reasonable. Can't really imagine making more than that. 16 hit points on the rider, 18 protection, 15 defense with kite shield, 11 MR, 13 morale, 18 speed. They have a heavy lance, 12 attack, 20 damage. Charge bonus would be 29 damage. And a Morning Star, 12 attack, 20 damage, plus 2 attack versus shields. The mount, 28 hit points, 21 protection. Also shock 5, cold 5, and poison 15, undead. 10 attack, 17 damage, hoof. It's a pretty capable heavy cavalry, which sadly does not have much use on this 1v1 due to massive doom stacks we have to fight. But they could have a use. They could have a use. Lastly, we have Battle Cleric, cap only sacred. 16 hit points, 21 protection, 12 defense with kite shield, 12 MR, 14 morale, 6 speed, sadly. Shock 10, storm power 2, storm immunity, disease resist 80, affliction resistance 1. Then they have a consecrated hammer, length 1, 12 attack, 22 magic damage, plus paralyze on undead. Well, it's a pretty capable thing. Honestly, just like plus 5 attack, plus 5 defense. These guys would be pretty cracked sacred infantry. So we might go for something simple like that. We'll see. Eventually we had Cloud Folk. 2 air, 1 water. Ethereal. Cloud Folk Soldier, limited to 5 per turn. 0 protection, 13 defense, 13 MR, 13 morale, 13 speed. Ethereal and air shield 50. They have length 5 pikes, 12 attack, 16 magic blunt damage, plus stun. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I gotta say it's pretty nice. They also have Cloudfolk Archers, limited to 5 per turn, that have a bow, range 45, 17 precision, 13 magic blunt damage, plus stun. Jeez. For summons, we get Angel of the Host, which are obviously pretty absurd. Yeah, very strong option there. The Harbinger. Archangel, Cloudfolk Lord. Okay. Conjuration. Summon the Cloud Lord at the Cloudfolk Embassy when we get it. Angel of the Host for 7 pearls. Classic stuff, classic stuff. Angelic Host. Get the Archangel and 6 angels for 50 pearls. Alteration. Evocation. Instruction. Not much to say about any of this stuff. Doesn't look like anything. Enchantment. Nothing. Thaumaturgy. Electrical Empowerment. So it's 2 air, 5 plus 2 area effect. Gives plus 2 attack and plus 2 morale, but causes armor negating shock damage to the target. This cannot be used safely on non-Apokatasian allied forces unless they have shock resist. Okay. But for our purposes, it's really handy. So we can get a communion going with like 5 air on a bunch of masters. That's going to be 11 AoE. It's not bad. Here we go. Greater electrical empowerment for 1 air gem. 3 air. 20 plus 5 area effects. Very nice. No battlefield-wide thing, but we'll work with it. Okay, blood magic, nothing, and divine, nothing. Okay. Do I need an awake expander? Do I need good scales? Well, it depends. Well, no, it doesn't really depend. I would say our most likely option of something we're going with is probably going to be this unit, the Morning Star and Kite Shield, alongside our Sacreds. Our Sacreds are slightly slower, but we can just put them slightly ahead. And, you could go Productivity 1, but normally on any other map I would, yes. But on this map, resources tend to run high. So I would say Order 1, Productivity 0, which isn't particularly high. Do I need an Awake Expander? Not really, but as we've seen, it's pretty beneficial. Problem is the Bless, right? I said probably +5 attack, +5 defense. But to get that going, you need Fire Water. We could go Titan. We haven't done a Titan in a while. Okay. So we're not going to get +5 attack, +5 defense. Can't even get +4. But we can do... We can do that. And then throw on a morale. Just for fun. And that's it. That's it. So they'll have 15 attack and 15 defense. It's nothing amazing. It's not stupidly OP or anything. But we could go in prison to get more attack and defense until he comes in. Yeah. Or I could sacrifice a little bit to get Fire Shield, but then it's incarnate. Yeah. I mean, if I knew who we were facing, I could make different decisions, obviously, but that means that they'll have 17 attack and 16 defense, which is pretty good. Okay. Prometheus. Yep. Yep. Nothing complicated there. Well, for research then, I mean, getting electrical empowerment is a pretty big buff to our units. So we may as well go for that at the minimum. And... yeah, we could go for evocation and try to get a Thunderstrike communion going. It is really nice. AoE 1, 26 plus armor negating shock damage. Which is, admittedly, more than our troops can handle. But it's a good opener for a few rounds before switching to, like, Orb Lightning, which our troops are going to be pretty resistant against. So let's say Evocation 5, and then go from there. Army of Mist is pretty high up on the list as well. We're up against Calum. He does have shock resist on about half his troops. I'm just restarting. We've done this before where I'm like, I'm going to adapt. I'm going to do it. And it's like, no, I just want to enjoy the nation and its strengths the first time and maybe only time I play it. All right? Give me a break. They're literally like one of the only nations in the game. I don't remember which one we're on now. They're one of the only nations in the game that have shock resist on troops. It was 328. Alright, let's try that again. Okay. Who are we fighting? Tianchi. Okay, much more acceptable. He does have a decent amount of composite bow archers. So, I think I'm happy enough with our shield option. He also has a good amount of shield, so that helps. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, those were slingers. Why did I think they had flails? Whoops. Oh, they're using like a sling staff. Oh, damn it. Whoops. Two crippled units died. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's literally like the most boring bless you can possibly have. And yet it's sad because it's so damn effective, especially with the kite shield they have. That means that the majority of attacks are just going to miss them completely now or go through 38 protection. And then they're very, very likely to hit practically everything in the game with a lot of damage. Yep. That'll do it. Okay, so the benefit of taking the High Priest is that he has 2 air, so you can cast that spell by default, but I really would probably rather just go for the bishops. We get half as many, but the research is going to be solid, and they might get 3 air. Okay. Wait a minute. My bishop just got killed. Our astronomers detected a pillar of disturbed air descending from the clouds to the mountain peak near the capital. The Council of Bishops held an emergency conclave to discuss this revelation from God. After several nights, it was determined that this may be a celestial roadway that leads to the first celestial toll house. The most fervent of the bishops has volunteered to step into the pillar of air, confident with the knowledge that even if this is a false sign, he will be canonized as a saint by this act of sacrifice alone. Great. And then Origenus the Ascetic has joined. Well, damn. 4 Astral, 3 Death, 3 Nature, 2 Holy. And he has Inspiring Researcher 1. What a nice thing to get. Hot damn. Our esteemed bishop did not return, but strange semi-translucent men who appear as if made from the clouds themselves descended from the sky. There was much rejoicing in the grand church, with the council of bishops initially believing them to be angels. However, the leader of the cloud folk did not know of soteriology or the doctrine of salvation, instead introducing themselves as emissaries of a kingdom of clouds in an aerial plane not visible to the naked eye. After days of deliberation, the church decreed that the cloud folk are souls that got lost in the clouds on their way to the afterlife because they did not pass through the celestial toll houses as prescribed. As long as they served the awakening god, the cloud folk were welcome to build an embassy of clouds which descended seemingly overnight, through which limited number of cloud folk soldiers and mages may manifest each month. How nice. Okay. Good. So now I can get, the Cloud Folk soldiers. I'm a little wary of the bows. Not necessarily because of the damage, but the stun is a little concern, but probably is worth it. It costs no resources. Alright, we'll go with that. I probably don't need the calves, I'll be honest. Alright, good. Yeah, so we could bring along... Yeah, we just need more of the bishops. I'm sad one died. Hey, you want to be friends forever, Tianchi? Real cool. Yeah, I suppose we should have PD and we should take advantage of it. Forgot to move my scout, as always. Well, that doesn't make me too happy. We have to have magic beams. Now, I suppose we should have hold and attack. Alright. Damn barbarians. Oh, he moved to fucking Wick. Damn it. Quit destroying my shit. Yeah, okay, good. And then another barbarian horde. A little more painful. We got him. Yeah, I was gonna build a lab, but money, 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 money. Money, money, money. Lab's sort of a moot point because, you know, we need money to get mages. Which means I gotta cool it on the bishops. Well, I don't like that. To be real honest. Damn, damn. Damn, damn, damn. I see the problem. Oh yeah, I see the problem immensely. The archers do magic damage with their bows, meaning that they will just instantly kill the soldiers if it fails the 50 air shield thing. So they don't work well together in the same army. Big waste to build temples here, but okay. Well, we have the means of some nice big air communions. We just don't have the money for a nice big air communion. Alteration 8 would be good. But I think we need Construction 5 for Bag of Winds. Good, not great. Alright, that's covered. Alright, temple everywhere but here. So you're gonna go there. He's got cold scale, I would imagine, so gotta make this nice and snug. I also don't have a temple here, so get on that. Let's see how it goes. Got an army. Yeah, I don't know if anyone or who got the big buff or not. Well, he sent in 419. He lost 204. I lost 15 of the infantry, 6 sacreds. It's pretty good. Could be better, but pretty good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Suppose with PD, we move it back a little. Okay. We'll get more mages than that soon enough. Suppose we can keep making initiates here. Do have quite a few units in the garrison, though. Okay. It's plenty of shit. Lost another 191. I lost 10 infantry, 2 sacreds. Yeah, obviously the infantry is not going to hold up too well with 11 defense. Not great protection overall and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, pretty solid. This Bless must be fucking garbage because his Sacred's only got 1 kill. And our Initiate's got 10 kills. That's nice. Bishop got 10 kills. This Bless is Blur Quickness. Wow. Quickness, huh? He might not have his Pretender out, so that could be a thing. Blur's not great, but we do have very high attack, so it shouldn't be too bad. Although he does have 17 defense base, which is pretty annoying. What are you gonna do? But now we have our god out. Good. He also has Inspiring Researcher, but I don't think that stacks. We're going to get to Instruction 5. So I think we want him to go take out the water before too long. So yeah, we're just looking at Alt 6. Yeah, I think Wrathful Skies then will be a pretty big thing for domination. Although, it's 15 armor negating shock damage. That's a lot even for our guys. We would have to have Thunderfend active. And even then, that's basically just 0 armor negating damage. So dice rolls can still fuck us over. But it is pretty useful for him. Specifically. For the Pretender to like hold a line or something, hold a spot. Okay. Good. We didn't do too well on pearls. So if we want angels, which we kind of do, then stellar focus might be something to go for after that. Once I get back from clearing out the water. We got Victor Dipple, the Mad Doctor. Comes with a storm spool to make more corpse constructs. He's insane. He's a heretic. It causes 10 unrest. What the fuck am I going to do with this guy? That's really annoying. I'm tempted to suicide him, but he also has 20 research. Well, I guess I can make corp constructs, although I'm not a fan of them. Let me put that out there. Stop making the archers. We're not going to use them. Mostly just want our sacreds. Just as a reminder of what a corpse construct is. 25 hit points, 0 protection, 5 defense, 4 MR, 50 morale, 6 speed, pierce resist, shock 15, cold 15, poison 25, never heal, and overcharge 1. With a 7 attack, 13 damage fist. They're there literally just be like a bag of meat that's overcharged 1. I don't know if anyone's really a fan of them. I don't think I even want them cludging up my stuff. I'd rather have them research. Alright, so we're going to go with Amulet of Breathing. I think the Dancing Trident. Boots of the Messenger. White Dragon Scale Mail for sure. Horror Helmet for sure. Yeah, I mean, underwater weapon. Flambeau would normally be a pretty nice choice, but it's just not good underwater. Doomglave's not bad. But I'd probably rather have dual Frostbrands. There's a battle in Nace. Let's see it. I lost 212. I lost a horse, 2 infantry, 2 sacreds, 4 cloudfolk. Again, not amazing or anything. But it's like a better, it's 1 to 25-ish ratio. It's not terrible. The Sacreds did really well, and the Cloud folks do get a lot of kills and don't lose too many. I mean, if I lose 4 of those a battle, and he attacks every turn, which he doesn't, I'm still outstripping. I'm gaining more than I'm losing. I don't like that, but I think we have a job for our pretender. Okay. Well, you have Stygian skin, body ethereal, liquid body. Obviously, we want more than that, but that's good enough for now. .26 versus mundane with fizz resist, fear, ethereal. It's not bad. Could be better. We'll get Soul Vortex soon enough. You already picked up a weekend. Holy shit. Fuck. I don't have any healers. Oh, I do have a healer. Oh, the armor. Okay. Nix everything that's not sacred. Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, we have a lot of troops. A lot of freaking troops, man. Yeah, for now, just more slaves is fine. Income's not good, man. We're not losing units enough, so we're not making units again for a while. Alright, you got patched up. Oh, and you have Alt 6. Excellent. Soul Vortex. Invulnerability. Body Ethereal. Liquid Body. That's pretty much it. Breath of Winter would be the other one I'd throw on, but it's fine. Battle in Nace. That is quite the army against us. Including a lot of archers, I think. Sent in 902, lost 522. I lost 2 cavalry, 21 infantry, 15 sacreds, 34 cloud soldiers. Not pretty. But if this is our worst loss that we have, I'm fine with that. simple stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's not good. We also don't really have big enough earth. These guys do have 2. I don't think they can get 3. So, yeah, money's gonna be pretty tight. I need to rebuild temples in these places and get PD in these places. See? Told you. Just let our money build up while I take over the water. Okay, that all done. Then we just want to get Army of Mist. It's the single biggest thing other than our, this thing, whatever that was at. This. This is pretty big. Not as big as Army of Mist. That's at 5. It's pretty easy to get. I could get it quickly, but whatever. We do have a lot of air. We could get like Draconians going, which is not a bad idea in the long run. We also have a decent amount of death. Could get some death stuff going on. There are definitely options for gems. Oh, good. My lab got destroyed. That helps. Okay. With that, I want to get PD. I want to get 16 PD on everything. Makes me feel better. Makes me feel snug as a bug in a rug. Okay, good. And then we get temples all up in the water. Okay, there you go. We didn't lose a single sacred or infantry. Nice, nice. Got all this. He's gonna search all the water provinces. I'll keep making initiates here. Oh yeah, I was gonna send someone down. Yes. So far, he's not employing any bullshit flying units. He does have Celestial Hounds, which are flying, but he's really doesn't have many of them, and they just die. So it's not too bad. I'm willing to start making Cloud Folks again, because they're not too much of an investment. And probably just a handful of Sacreds. There we lost a mage. Got popped by an arrow, I'm sure. But yeah, only 2 sacreds out of my 199. They're shredding. All right, let's go for Thaumaturgy 5 real quick. So to cast that with the communion, it's just 3 air, right? So that's 4 slaves. That's it. It's real simple. So if I take this pack here, 4 slaves, I can have 9 masters if I want. Let's make it a little bit more balanced than that. We'll go 6 slaves and 7 masters. So 7 masters need 7 bags of wind. So for now, just... Actually, fuck it. Should I make... Can I make... No, I can't. I don't have anyone with 3 air. Can you not get 3? You can definitely get 3 air. I just didn't get one. Okay, well, we'll invest in that. Finding some good death. 7 death gems a turn, 7 astral pearls a turn. Stellar focus is going to be real nice. Okay. Yeah, we should be fine. We can hold. Sacreds are really not ticking down much. And they're the primary thing that matters. Fathoms deep. Or water. Actually, that was my first water. There you go. Alright, things are going pretty well with our temples. We're holding well. He's finding plenty of sights. More astral pearls, more death. Looking pretty strong. He's even being besieged here by trolls because he's an asshole. Yeah, this is good. This is good, good, good. We defended Fostir. Nice. That's why we put PD up. Okay. So I said what? Six slaves? Okay. 6 slaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now I only have 3 storm bottles, so we'll just add these as we go. Well, I guess I may as well set them all up. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Patrol. Okay, so slave, 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 slave. 4, 5, 6, and then 3 masters. Casting this twice. Okay. And this is all over the place. So hold on. Good enough. Okay. Music stopped. If given time, an Astral Mage may be able to find interesting things at the Eye Pebble plane. Is that worth it? Oh, I found an eye catcher. It wasn't worth anything, but okay. Good. We lost Golan Fens. Great. Defended Dubros, though, and we defended Nace, but I want to see the spells pop off. Boom. Boom. 20 attack on that hammer. He didn't even get buffed. These guys got buffed, though. 15 attack. Battle Fury +2 and 3 XPS. The longer they stay alive, the stronger they get. Thing of beauty. Thing of freaking beauty. We lost 2 sacreds there. Somehow. Right, so we lost Golan Fens again. How many times I gotta rebuild that shit? Get in there. Alright, we got temples everywhere. You can make your way there to rebuild that. Oh, we got Alteration 8. Holy shit. Mm-hmm. Good. Good, good. Hitting Dubros fairly often here. I think we're good on the Storm in a bottle. And now we need to make our Army of Mistcaster. Yes, we can do it with the Communion, and I could just throw this guy into the pit as a master, and then he could cast it, and it would be easy and done, and that would be simple. But it's a lot less painful for me and my heart if I know that he can just cast it on his own without straining the Communion. Because he is a death mage as well, and I worry if he just starts spamming Horde of Skeletons or something. So we need air boosters. And that's where it gets a little tricky because we didn't give it to our commander, pretender. Usually you need 4 air to make the winged helmet. I could empower him. It's kind of a shitty option. I think the better option is to go to 7 so that he can make the Staff of Elemental Mastery, which is Fire Water. So we're gonna go for that. We'll hold off on getting it going. I guess I'm worried. I'm just worried. Yeah, I mean, I could just make the Communion bigger, and then any one of these could just cast it. But it would have to be pretty big to get +4 on air. Although we should probably be casting Storm. We 100% should be casting Storm. So that's 4 air, 1 gem. So 3 air, 1 gem. So I think one of these Storm in a Bottle dudes could just cast it. I think. I do think. which means that all the other masters could include summon storm power after casting greater electrical empowerment, or beforehand, although it gets a little late. It gets a little long in the tooth then for the actual buffs. I think after. I think don't worry about that yet. So then summon storm power. And we're going to include that in the list for bigger thunder strikes. The big boys, the bishops, they don't need to join the communion in order to cast Thunderstrike. They could, but again, the death thing concerns me because the AI off-script thing really loves... fuck. It really loves Horde of Skeletons. What's like a big death thing that we can just spam out? Ghosts. Yeah, ghosts or shade beasts. They're alright. Wraith lords. Those are good. I could get anthrax. I guess we'll see. We have our focus for now. There you go. Storm was cast. Means they were all cast summon storm power. So they're 2 plus 3. So they're at 5 air now, which is going to lead to some pretty nasty air spells being cast. Or they're just going to cast Soul Slay. Okay. I mean, it is good. They got a total of 25 kills, which was more than the infantry, almost double the infantry. So that's good. There they got 46 kills. Ooh, they got some gray knights. Badass. None of their shit got that much kills. You know? Yeah, I mean... yeah, not bad at all. That's without Army of Mist. It's gonna get nuts. Well, we can cast some stuff, I suppose. I could cast Sea of Ice, which would make, which would basically protect our water from any undead shit he might be trying. But he hasn't attacked yet, so I'm not inclined to throw it out there. Because I'd have to exchange for a lot of water. Yeah, nothing really major yet. I think you're just going to be researching. We're up to 689 a month. But income's hitting us again, so maybe cool it on the bishops after this turn. Okay. Friendly fire? Almost certainly. Probably from the mages. Hard to tell, though. He got 10, 14, 17 kills. I lost a total of 22. So it's definitely a little bit of friendly fire probably, but not too bad. I feel like I went enchantment 6 for a reason, but now I don't know. But we can get... Well, no, that wouldn't be of any value to us. Oh, Will of the Fates was the other thing I wanted. That's right. So Will of the Fates is 5 Astral, 2 Pearls. Clam of Pearls is sort of elusive, as always. You either have the Moss Body Spammers or you don't. Think... Didn't I? No, maybe I didn't. No, 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 no. Not an option. Shit. Could empower him in nature. That would be the easiest way to get it. So otherwise, you have to make the Staff of the One God, which also requires nature. Why do they... locking all the pearls behind nature? Is there a different one? Let me just check the gem gen mod. Astral items. Right, it's fucking Job's Bowl. In this case, it's not actually that bad because we're pretty immune to disease, but it's only 1 pearl, and that's not gonna cut. That's not gonna cut it. So yeah, I think we have to empower him in nature. Unfortunately, I don't know what else I'd do with nature gems, anyways, other than forging certain things. Just gonna have this guy cast Thunderstrike a few times and then Orb Lightning a few times. Okay. Yeah, I mean 3 Sacred's not great because that's all friendly fire. So I don't know if the lightning damage is just too much or whatever, but this is pretty wild. If you look at this screen, he didn't get a single kill with 145 units. I guess we can look at Oh yeah, I definitely saw where that friendly fire just hit. Scroll down to our Battle Cleric. Aftershock. Aftershock. Damage roll 20. Ow. Is that Thunderstrike? Now this one was Water Elemental killing him, so that must have been summoned. It's not on the list. And then this one, I got hit with a crossbow bolt to the head. You little asshole. Jeez, and he rolled plus 23 on the roll. Oh my god, it's like a bad D&D game. Just getting shot by your buddy. back of the head because he's an idiot. Well, we could get Eternal Pyre for big fire gem income. That's not really that appealing. I don't think any of this is too appealing. So, right, but we got our pearls. They're getting +3 to their thing with the current amount of slaves, so we are going to need the skull cap as well. Which, I think there's just 2 astral to make. Once we get 7. And that will be pretty much cooking. I mean, it doesn't look like we're doing too well on Dom, so we may want to just take the fight to him and kick his ass. Yeah, probably. Probably. We might want more sacreds for that sort of thing. Maybe more bishops to spam more thunder strikes for the fort battles. After construction 7, probably go. I mean, enchantments 8 for the Thunderfend, or just giving your entire army flight. That's pretty good. We've never done that. That could be fun. Sure. Right, we got, we can make the Staff of the One God. We can make skull caps. Yeah, the air booster. We never solved that, did we? We were just going to do the communion. I think we're at the point, though, where I'm probably not going to do too much with gems. The way that it's looking, so I may as well empower this guy. Are there any good start of battle items in the base game? Well, Tempest auto-cast Storm at the start of battle. That's not bad. But we kind of already have that, so I'm not leaning towards it. Fuck. Start a battle spell Darkness. I don't think we had much in the way of Dark Vision, though. Start a battle spell Pillar of Truth. Grant True Sight and False Regen, as well as increasing magic resistance of all units on the battlefield. It's pretty good. So all units get +2 MR, Disbelieve, True Sight. Doesn't he have Blur on his Sacreds? This could be viable. I'd have to empower up to 4 Earth and 4 Astral, though. That's a little tricky. Start a battle spell, Heat from Hell. That's pretty ridiculous, to be honest. Oh, that's true. I could cast Firefend with the Pretender. And he could wield that, and then have, yeah, for 1 gem. Easy peasy. That's not bad at all. Okay, well then we'll be here a while. We lost Omer to Krakens. Well, get back down there, bro. Alright, you're gonna forge then a winged helmet. He cast a global. What is Army of Mist again? It's 5 air. Yeah, so he kind of have to make a few things here. I'm not sending him in because we empowered him, so he's a little too valuable. But he's gonna make some of these things to hand off. It's 3 air gems. So that's Bag of Wind and Storm in a Bottle. But you can't upcast. There might be some other thing that gives you gems. Yeah, oh yeah, the Cloak of Astral Storm. Perfect. Starter Bellows. Oh my. Oh shit. It's 20 plus. It's kind of negligible. But yeah, it's 4 temp air gems. Okay, then you can upcast. Perfect. Alright, Marius. You get various things. Alright, you should be at... Where the hell is this asshole? There he is. Army of Mist. Perfect. Alright. Now we wait. Quite a while. And when we roll out, I'm gonna take every mage we have. I'm gonna go hog wild. I'm not even gonna script it. Big army. I have Army of Mist. Let's see how you do. Well, he lost 898. I lost 2 Sacreds and 12 Cloudfolk. My mages got 123 kills. Well, all told, 138 kills. But the Sacreds got 400. Jesus, man. His Sacreds, he sent in 36. 36 of them died. They didn't get a single kill. And they have quickness. Blur quickness. Crazy, man. Alright, just a matter of time. Oh yeah, I was gonna... Oh right, I was gonna make the staff. That's why we went to 7. Instead of empowering. That's true, but now I may as well make it for him. You can put your swords aside, my friend. You walk a different path. What other shit could I make him that would be pretty obscene? Crown of the Magi for fast casting. That's pretty strong. That's hard to argue with. cool. Oh yeah, he'll be making that sword for Heat of Hell. Heat from Hell. Yes, invulnerability is... I guess it doesn't really matter too much. And then boots, he pretty much has the best boots he could make. For this, he could get various goodies. Spell range up +1. I guess nothing too crazy until we get to 9. Cast Murdering Winter. Oh yeah, you could make Juggernaut. That's right. That's what you should be doing. We don't even have to go in, but I will. We're gonna. Just make Juggernauts until we get this all done. Damn it. You went into Bakar with fucking sea trolls. I really don't have the money to handle this, so that's a problem. Damn. Damn, damn. Well, that's why we're making Juggernauts, to counter the loss of our temples down there. Yes, 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 I'm well aware. He even split up, that little fuck. Yeah, we're actually having units desert now because we just lost a big chunk of our income. Oh god, I even lost Wick. Fuck me, he really just stampeded over everything. Why do I have so many goddamn units? What the hell? I made way too many without thinking. Holy shit. Well, I hate to say it, but Victor Dipple can lead quite a lot of undead. I got no fucking money. He's just gonna keep rampaging. What an asshole, man. Holy shit. Alright, so now we can do start a battle Solar Brilliance, but that's not a good idea. Start a battle spell Arc. Will cause blindness, disease, and death to fall upon all that are not sacred in the eyes of the coming god. It's not great for me. Start a battle spell Life After Death. Also damn good, but it taints me, and we know how that works out. Various goodies. Start a battle spell Howl. It's not bad. I need 4 nature to do that, though. We're a long ways off from that. This is a pretty ridiculous head, but I don't know if it's better than just fast casting. It might be. There's good stuff in here for sure. But we wanted the start of battle, heat from hell. The unquenched sword. Yeah, I think so. But he also needs fire gems. Well, he lost 552. I lost 1 sacred, 19 cloud folk. And we defended Dubros. Good. I can't lose any more provinces. Already taking a pretty big hit. I'm hoping it's just wiping out some shit here, but hard to say. Alright, so we have start a battle, heat from hell. Now we just need to cast Fire Fend. I may as well just make the Elemental Apprentice, unless there's the Crown of the Fire King, which in Dominion's Enhanced gives you a bunch of fire gems. But here, no. This also doesn't give you any temp. This doesn't give you any temp. They really did not like the idea of temp gems. So... defended Dubros. Nace, we lost 2 sacreds and an infantry. And he took Ragdan. And so now we have to chase him like a little bitch. I have no money. This is like the worst monetary situation we've ever been in. Our upkeep is stupidly high. I made way too many mages. And we have way too many sacreds that just aren't dying. So we really have to move out. Yeah, fuck it. This is our moment. Anything else you want to make? I guess you can make a shield. Doesn't really... not many options here. Yeah, not really. There's not too many crazy good shields outside of that. And that doesn't really help him much. We already have a pretty good helm, unless I want to do this thing for +1 to all elements. Which is pretty good. Yeah. That's 4 nature. Yeah. These guys had Master Smith. Oh, wait a minute, the Ascetic. You could cast that. With a Thistle Mace. Okay. So we can get that as far as armor is concerned. Although, no, this is instant berserk, but we can put it on anybody. I can put it on a commander and just throw them all the way in the rear. Okay, that's fine. And then there isn't much in the way of boots that I would care about, except for this one, which he could also make for me, so that's fine. And then miscellaneous, one of them has to be the apprentice, so we have 1 slot. We could go for just +1 fire, +1 water. Healing 5 is kind of nice. If he has any demons. We don't want any tainted. Maybe Nethcool could be fun, I guess. Yeah, we just want to avoid tainted. I guess Nethcool could be fun to just make. Alright, we got him. I made pearls for somebody, but I didn't need to make pearls, did I? Oh, for Will of the Fates, that's right. It was a skull cap and the pearls. Okay, well, we'll put you in charge of it. Communion Master. Will of the Fates. You're gonna end up with enough slaves. You probably don't even need the shit. We'll give you 2 pearls. Yeah, we'll give you that anyways. Okay, good. Okay, good. We're no longer hemorrhaging our units. That's good. Okay, the other thing was the boots of Callius the Druid. But I need 25 nature. I can get you that, no problem, bro. Yeah, so we could win by just spamming Juggernauts, 100%. But I am kind of interested in seeing this. Seeing this in battle. Oh, the Staff of the One God was pearls as well. I don't know if there's anything else I'd want to cast. Anti-magic, I guess. I mean, this is a battlefield-wide enslave on magic beings that requires 7 pearls. I don't know, maybe. I'm just going to give this guy Staff of the One God. And we'll give some other Storm in a Bottle items around. And we will give this guy the Elemental Staff. I don't know, some stuff, you know? Yeah, it's a lot of shit, man. Okay, why are you holding... Oh, it's Victor Dipple. That fucking Dipple. He's, like, insane. He's in here. Yeah, he's much insane. Alright, let's probably hold on attack on everything, I assume. They'll figure it out. It'll all be good. Okay. So the only slight wrinkle is that we're going to auto-cast Heat from Hell, but not auto-cast the Fire Fend. But it should be pretty quick. He's got the fast casting and everything, so it should be fine. And we'll just put him in there. And it's everything. I guess I'll wait for Victor Dipple to sort out his problems. Does Evocation 8 even give me anything I can use? Oh, Chain Lightning. Pretty short range, though. Why do I have archers in the battle? Okay, you shouldn't have archers. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, I think we're set. We got everything. We're going to take literally every unit here, every commander here, and move. It's a little messy. We're gonna move the infantry all the way back. Something like that. They'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay. Alright, I have some concerns there. Also, I don't think I put on that Fenris pelt on somebody. I lost the Hydromancer and 56 mages. Oh. Boy. What I think happened is that his griffins and his wyverns landed next to them, and then we dropped, like, falling frost onto the entire stack. I think you can probably pinpoint the moment that this happened. No, that's not what happened. Okay, well, I don't know what killed him. It's... Oh, probably fatigue. Communion just got snapped. Probably because I didn't script the bishops to not join the communion. Yeah, excess fatigue. I mean, the heat thing, it's 0, 0, 0, 0. It's specifically from the communion. We overloaded the communion because of the bishops. Yeah, they joined. And so we killed off every last slave. Well, that causes the whole thing to kind of fall apart, really. And he has that global up, which I probably should dispel. Can we do this without mage support? Maybe. We'll still have the heat from hell thing. No one can take that from me. But yeah, that's, I suppose, why you should probably... But the question is, like, say I script the bishops completely. For 5 spells and all that. And then... So I script them for 5, so at the 6th, when they go off script, are they just going to join the communion? Oh, I still have my Pretender on attack. I could have sworn I changed him to spells, though. We lost 10 more mages. The Mad Doctor, good. Yeah, but the more... Yeah, yeah. I mean, our Sacreds are so good. No, he's definitely cast set on spells, so I don't know. Yeah, well, Mages suck. This is why I should have just gone with bishops. I don't think they would just join the communion on their own. The guy that's doing Army of Mist is not in any community. He's set to cast Army of Mist, and he's doing it. So, as long as we have that, we're basically unstoppable. Between that and the Heat from Hell effect and everything, and Storm... I don't know if we still have Storm. But still. Storm doesn't really stop his Griffins and his Wyverns from flying in anyways. It killed my fucking Pretender. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? How fucking useless can you be? He definitely went in, right? 100% he went in. He cast Fire Fend. Where? Oh, I think he just got deleted by Soul Slayer or something. He didn't even get a chance to go in. I have to find this asshole. No, he's still alive. He's fighting a wyvern or something. Oh, he's all the way in the back? How did he get back here? He died to wyverns? Are you serious? He died to wyverns biting his leg. And the celestial hounds. How? What? Because we're that far out of our dominion? Okay, well now we don't have Heat from Hell. But we still theoretically have Army of Mist. And we have 440 Sacreds to benefit from it. So, theoretically... Yeah, I mean, the army still looks good and strong. Mm-hmm. Well, you can take back Bethane, maybe, but I'll have your capital. Which is pretty significant. Message from TNG. Oh, shit. That's actually really bad. We picked up the sword, but we don't have Heat from Hell. Or Fire Fen. That's a pretty big problem. Man, I didn't think about that. We lost 308 Sacreds. But that was mostly to the Oracle spamming Cleansing Water because we're half part undead, part demon. Yeah. So that didn't even really matter because I think we're pretty fucked. Pretty much I have to now sit here. Get rid of the fucking unquenched sword, please. And we have to remake Sacreds until I can do something. It's pretty bad. At this point, we're probably better off getting the guy back. and having him spam juggernauts. Because now that I have that, yeah, we have a pretty good amount of income. I could cast Stellar Focus real quick just to ensure we have enough. But we're going to whittle down his Dominion here and there. I could have saved Betaine, but I really don't want to risk anything else. So, fuck it. We're doing Juggernauts. I have 489 death gems to put into this shit. We'll be fine. So as long as we can hold his capital, spam Juggernauts. We could actually maybe have someone at the capital over there. One of the bishops. Jesus, they got 227 kills. Good lord. Let's see. You. If you get a skull cap, gotta be another astral booster, right? The coin. Ugh, the coin's a little rough. I'd have to empower this guy twice. No, wait a minute. Originus can do it. Well, I wanted someone in the capital. It would have been nice. Fuck. Fuck, we'll just empower Originus and Earth. There's definitely another astral booster at construction 9, but this is simpler. Okay, good. So now you, with this coin, can cast Juggernauts out of his capital every turn. Yeah, our gem income, it's going to evaporate. Our gems are all going to go away. But this is our best chance of winning now after that disaster. Good God. Yeah. We could go retake the water and redo that, but I'd say it's probably not necessary. We have Dominion in his capital now. Whew. Look at that. We gotta witness. We gotta witness this kill count. This is fucking mage supremacy now. And we still have Army of Mist going. Man, I would have thought we had way more PD than this. This is pitiful. Crazy, though. Chain lightning spam. Oh, man. Oh, the chain lightning. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, okay. Pretty good. Yeah, we have... I mean, you would have thought there'd be more there. Okay. Yeah, I think he's fucked. Just building repeated temples inside of his capital, essentially. It's really hard to combat unless he has a lot of priests. Also, I lost Tessaphon, but Too late. Doesn't matter. Kill that pretender over and over and over again. 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 He has enough priests where he's calling him back every turn instead of preaching. That's what his downfall is. More. 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 Victory. One last kill for the road. Whew. Okay. Could we have won without that stupidity? Yeah. I mean, we could have just spammed Juggernauts before going into his home. But I was overconfident. And to be fair, I mean, we were kind of crushing it until up against his Oracle that just got so much cleansing water. And the fact that the Pretender died. I still don't really get how that happened, except for he must have had like 10 hit points. And he had no guards. And for whatever reason, he got singled out by the Wyverns. That was pretty unlucky. Unlucky and dumb on my part for not giving him guards. But I don't know. I thought he was pretty geared out and wouldn't really have any problems. But yeah, his health depends so much on Dominion. But yeah, I mean, those Sacreds were pretty disgusting. Like I said, you can't go wrong. If you have Sacred Infantry, you cannot go wrong ever with attack and defense. Ever. Unless it's the only way. I wouldn't probably take defense, or I wouldn't be inclined to if I have like Sacred two-hand infantry or something that has like 8 defense to start with, and their whole thing is just like hitting really hard. In that case, it's like I'm not really gonna bother trying to salvage their defense. I might look towards just other avenues of protecting them. You still can't really go wrong with it. It's not bad. It's not gonna hurt them. It will help in a number of situations. But there might be better things. But anything like this that's sword and board, yeah, it's pretty obscene. It's just so impactful across the board. Every fight, you know, every little encounter that you get into is just so good. All right, so Apokatasia. When I read the description on the workshop, you know, it was the literal first sentence is, what if corpse constructs had their own nation? And I was like, ugh, I hate corpse constructs. No one uses that shit. But really, you know, obviously he just meant like part undead and shock resist. And he called out how few units there are in the game that have shock resist as a recruitable unit. Like Kalem's really the only nation that gets that. And yeah, it is true. Like, if I want to play a fire nation, right? And I just want to rain ungodly fire on everything because all my troops are fire and just fire, you know. There are nations for that. I mean, Abyssia's, that's their whole thing, and there's other nations that have that. Marignon has some of that potential. Pyrene has some of that potential. And if I want to do cold and just rain ungodly cold on everything, there are nations that have that. But there isn't really an equivalent for shock. And part of that is due to shock kind of inherently being the most powerful, because it's armor negating most of the time, practically all the time. So it is a little bit of a balanced system there. But I think if you crafted a nation sort of like Abyssia, where it's just like, hey, this is the fucking shock nation, you know what you're getting. There isn't any funny business here. Then I think it's a bit more balanced. Because Abyssia, if you have no fire resist and no way to get it, it feels cruelly overpowered, right? And I think this is the same way. Like, if you don't have shock resistance, it seems cruelly overpowered. And you saw how many kills my bishops were racking up there at the end with, like, chain lightning, just spam. It's a pretty obscene. It's just non-stop armor negating shock damage. But, you know, in a more, you know, in a multiplayer setting, if you do have shock resistance, it's still pretty painful. But, I mean, my guys don't have like 25 shock resist or anything. We were rocking 10, which is good enough for like chain lightning and stuff. And that's something that the enemy could get, you know, they can get 5 or 10. But yeah, I mean, Thunderstrike is going to be painful no matter who you are. So yeah, I mean, the infantry roster isn't anything too spectacular. Nothing too wild or anything. I went with this because it was sort of the most balanced. I do like that they get that nice shock spell to buff their attack and morale. That's fun and kind of needed. And it also does shock damage to anything that's not part of our nation. That's fun. I think the cavalry would be pretty solid. It just doesn't really work in this 1v1 thing. There's too much kludge. And obviously the sacreds are very strong. Quite strong. Because we weren't accounting for the fact that we have storm power on all these units, and we were casting storm. It's not much. You know, this is +1 attack, defense, strength, combat speed. For the sacreds, though, it's +2. And with the buff we were putting on them, with our bless and everything, with experience, I mean, their attack numbers and defense numbers were getting pretty obscene. So they were really hard to stop. And then you throw Army of Mist on there, Will of the Fates on there. And yeah, I can see why we didn't have much trouble until the end there. When Cleansing Water just fucking was terrible. I shouldn't have rushed the capital, but yeah. The really worst thing outside of the Pretender dying, though, was the fact that we fatigued out all the mages instantly. 56 of them just gone. And I knew it was going to be because I had death on there. And the bishops just... I didn't script it, but that was the problem. I didn't script it, so they just joined because, like, hey, why not? I want more power. Here, I have a bunch of death spells, and oh god, all the slaves are fucking dead. Oh, well. We don't do communions too often, so I'm an idiot. But, that was good stuff. My name is Mangg. This has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.